Hello, and welcome to Kickin' Crocs, the podcast. We talk about martial arts stuff, geeky stuff, and we're actually sitting in the same room together again. Incredible.
Ta-da.
Felt like it was 2020 there for a little while.
Seriously. Oh, my God.
Most Zoom episodes we've done.
It's true.
Yeah, 2 in a
Two.
month.
April's kind of falling
Two within
apart
2
for
weeks. Yeah, April was a bad month.
It was. I mean, we're gonna do videos. We had things planned.
Wait a
and
minute.
then
Maybe this entire month was April Fool's.
That's crazy.
I would hope so.
we were
That's very
dropping like
deep.
flies, getting sick.
Yeah.
So videos. We haven't even got a chance to get together and
No techniques of the week or weapons Wednesdays because we haven't been able to get
we
together
haven't
and
been able to
film.
get together and film.
Well, if you weren't sick, then I was sick. And now this one who said last week, I'm the half a Kickin' Crocs that doesn't get sick.
No. I
That's what you
can't
said.
get sick and stay home because
That's true.
you got to be out.
Yeah, you got to go. Well, speaking of which, tell them
start us
your
off.
sickness.
No, start us
story.
off, start
I'm
us
starting us off. We just did.
We just did.
No, but some people don't know who we are.
Oh, shoot, that's right. Hi, I'm Steve.
I thought we did.
I'm one half of Kickin' Crocs.
I'm Dave. The half that thought we did this already.
We did.
I am
naturally.
Nick, the shadow half, and also the memory half, apparently, which is not good for us because you guys have killer memories. So, welcome to Kickin' Crocs, where we
Now
talk
tell us
about
how you got sick.
martial arts stuff.
Oh, I said
geeky
that. I
stuff.
said that part
He
already.
did say that.
Did he?
That part
Okay,
I
I'll
said.
give you that. Good. Okay, so this week I had to travel, and the travel was to Plano, Texas. Love Plano, Texas, where I end up going. I do love it. We stay at the Legacy Renaissance in Plano. Beautiful hotel if you want to go there.
Samurai
the whole
Cowboy.
area, Samurai Cowboy, and the whole area.
I
Is
still
really
can't believe it's called
nuts.
that.
Well, it's interesting. I was on a conference call when I got
The
there.
theme is Samurai Cowboy.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So I'm on a conference call when I got there, and someone's like, "You're not there." And I pulled the cowboy hat, Dave, off that they have in the room, and I was like, "Do they have cowboy hats in other parts of the country on the regular?" Like, he's in Texas. All right. So I have the flight down there. Flight is fine, but on the way up, I already feel just like a bothering in my ear, and I was like,
As long as the door stayed on, we're good.
yeah."
That's
And I was like, "Oh
Was
man."
that a fear? Was that a fear?
The door?
Everything coming out with Boeing, I'd be like, nah. I want to fly.
I kind of do this. Am I nervous on planes like everybody else would be at certain times? Sure I am. But at the end of the day, I put my seatbelt on, so I'm the safest one to death.
Hey.
All right. Anyway, it was a horrible drum roll. So anyway, I land. I get there. I meet up with a coworker. We go out for some
Kids
drinks
awake.
and a dinner because we were there. And then I go back to my hotel room. The moment I get into my hotel room, sinuses attack me. My nose is swollen. I can't freaking breathe. I don't know what's going on anymore. And I was like, great, this is the beginning of a 3.5-day meeting session. Good start. And it did not get better from there, but I was enjoying medication and its levity to my situation as much as I possibly could. I fist bumped everyone just in case, and allergies wasn't the only thing, or the local humidity. And I'll tell you something, man, it was a chore. I was out. It was longer days than I wanted it to be, and when I got into that hotel room,
I mean, collapsed.
oh man, I was like, where is the bit? Done.
It's always tough when you
I had
have to like fight through being sick to get stuff done.
got to.
That was the flu. I mean, I was down I took a total of 2 days off, and then it was like, I gotta get back to work. Even though I probably was like, dude, I have a shot, but like, I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
take more than 2 days.
Yeah, you got there's so many things that need to be done regardless. Again,
Yep.
you're good at what you do. You want to be great at what you do. And in an effort to do that, you can't, sick time isn't an affordability for a lot of us. So,
Yep. So a while
and now I
back.
feel better now. And then
There you go. Yeah, you
trip's
feel
over.
fine now, right?
Yeah, the trip's over.
right when you get back home. That's what it's
Maybe you're
over.
just allergic to Texas.
It's possible.
No.
No, please.
I like
please.
Texas. I can't be allergic to Texas. I enjoyed it. The people in Texas were great.
I do like. I did.
It was a good time.
I was in Texas for that wedding for like the 48 hours. It was nice. I like Texas.
That
was a nice area.
It's good, and I was in the area we were obviously by Legacy,
Yep.
and then we went to, a golf range with a bar and a dinner. I forgot what they call it.
Was it as cool
Top
as
golf?
the,
Top golf.
Top
Top
golf was
golf.
cool.
Yeah.
We had
Not
a
as
great
not
time.
as, not as cool as the
The
mini golf.
No, and I had said that. I'm like, we should go mini golf because they had this station. So, Steve, we went mini golfing, and each state. Oh no, you went mini golfing. Went out. We didn't go to. Did we get to do mini golfing?
I went
together?
without you.
Yeah, he said we
And I
did the
told you
go
about
karting
it.
today.
We
I
did-
took my team to mini golfing because
I
you
told
recommended
you I
it. Yep.
recommended it, and then you ended up going with your team.
So it had multiple
Because you were
different
talking about like
rooms.
maybe we'll go bowling, maybe we'll do this. I was like,
Yeah.
let me tell you, this mini golf.
This
that we
mini
did
golf
was
place,
cool.
but yeah, that's great.
And I don't feel. Listen, bowling great, but I didn't really feel bowling. This mini golf place was great. Not only the mini golf place, the whole area was great.
Yeah.
It had the outdoor.
It was a big mall. It was a big outdoor
yeah.
mall.
Well, no,
With concerts.
yes,
and-
the concert
and, yeah.
area.
An
and, like-
outdoor mall.
It was.
Yes.
Yes.
And the mini golf itself, Steve, had multiple different mini golf themes.
Each
like
room was
room.
themed.
And they had drinks with themed drinks with each room.
Yeah, like one room was
So
like a library.
when's our trip to Texas?
We
Well,
should go-
they have one of
Yeah,
these in
let's
New
go.
York or Philadelphia. One of the you can look up the locations.
I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't have both in
Yeah.
Philly and New York. Yeah, it was a good time. Definitely. I the first thing I did was send Dave and Kelsey a message saying, "What are you guys getting here?"
I'm waiting for you.
It was
Yeah,
funny.
yeah. Because
And
had
we
that
never told Nicole, so that was a trick too. So my wife did not know Dave was going to be there, and
the
Kelsey
first time. We
first time.
randomly ended up at the same
so
hotel.
as soon as I get there, I go into the room and we take a picture and send it to her, and said, "Oh man, I met some weird people in the lobby," and she was like, "What is Dave doing there?" And it went into the whole conversation. It was fun. It was a good time. I would definitely do it again. Obviously, I will for work. If you
You'll
guys
have no
wanna go-
choice.
No, yeah, it's
Yeah,
a nice
I like
area.
going down
I mean, there's a lot to do.
Yep. I've
We
done my
Ubered
tour.
everywhere. We Ubered everywhere too.
This time I had some local friends that were able to drive me around a little bit, but we
Yeah.
Ubered, bareback from the Uber's crazy now though,
It's
because
expensive.
now they charge peak hour rates,
Yeah,
which are like 20% increase if
I
you're
just
going
watched
to
the
peak
whole
hour.
thing.
It's crazy.
I just watched the whole thing on the food delivery, like DoorDash,
Uh-huh.
and wow.
Why? Same thing, same concept.
Well,
That business boomed, especially over quarantine.
yeah, but it destroys the restaurants.
Yeah.
They take so much money for the restaurants that restaurants are gonna try
That
to like
percentage.
upcharge
Yeah.
for DoorDash. It's
They have
crazy.
to charge if you go DoorDash. They have to.
There's
charge more if they wanna make
John Oliver does a whole thing on Last Week Tonight. It's like a 20-minute post on
this week on Sunday or whatever it is. Yeah.
he does a whole thing on the and when you see the percentages, wow.
Yeah, I saw John Oliver live at the New Brunswick
Oh,
Stress
did you?
Factory. It was before he started that show. It was probably
Yeah.
like 3 years before he started the show. And he went in. He's like, "Yeah," his heavy accent. "I'm here to try some new material." Literally pulls index cards out of his pocket and starts reading jokes off these index. And every time one would completely bomb, he goes, "Well, that one's not effing gonna go into the special," and throws it over his shoulder. It was a good time, and I love some of the stuff he does. I really don't
Well,
like some of the stuff he does.
Last Week
but
Tonight,
he's
some
still a good
things.
comedian.
Yeah, Last Week Tonight, some episodes I absolutely adore, like some of the segments, and then others of them I'm like, that's completely not how I think at all
Yeah.
about
You can't
that
love all of
topic.
it, you know?
But he still tries to deliver it with some humor. I still
But-
think he's got more natural humor than a lot of the talk shows today.
Oh yeah.
You
I
know?
mean, like
he
the
doesn't
good
leverage
ones.
his writers
I don't like
only.
the overly like super political ones, but like he did one on Chuck E. Cheese. That was
Aw.
amazing. He did, but he did this one on DoorDash, and just like, wow, you're just like, wow, that is
Well, did you-
staggering.
Did you see the thing that happened with Wendy's? Did either of you guys see that?
No, I haven't.
So Wendy's had a new management team come in. They were looking on how do we bring in additional finances. Wendy's has, like McDonald's, those new digital menus, right?
Yes.
So the strategy was that in peak hours, the menu would shift to a 20% hike.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
They- a
basically,
lot of
when
places
you
are-
use it, well, they got hammered
can
on
imagine.
social media and local customers, and they had to back out of that.
A lot of
strategy.
places were trying
Yeah,
that
I would.
nonsense.
I would just wouldn't
Movie
go there
theaters
anymore.
do it. Movie theaters do it with their
There's other fast food places I can
viewing
go.
They've been
hours.
doing that forever. Actually, I was
Um,
younger. I agree with you, Steve. I get it. And here's the thing: like,
I go to Wendy's like once in a blue moon.
you're making the
uh,
money already.
There's
at
that
that
one
point.
guy that works at Wendy's. Maybe once a month I'll get Wendy's. Right. It's always the
Not
same
even
guy
enough
that's
for me.
working there, and I'll go in and always get it right before work. So I'll like get it, right to eat at the restaurant.
Okay.
And they always take your name, and I say Dave, and I look at the receipt, and he spells my name D-E-V,
Dev.
Dev,
Is that how he talks when you speak to
Spanish
him?
guy,
Oh,
yeah.
there you go. Okay. there you
but-
go. Dev.
Dev. I'm
Getting
like,
you that T-shirt, brother.
that's not even, D-E-V.
He got 2 of the letters right. What?
I'm
What do you
Dev.
expect from him?
Yeah, listen, he's bilingual.
But,
I bet you I couldn't get that close if I had to be, trilingual.
You should play with. You should have some fun, and then go to that Wendy's and say your full name. See how he spells it.
Oh,
David.
mine?
Yeah,
no,
yours.
no,
his.
Nicola.
Yeah, Nicola.
It is so funny because at work people still ask me like, "How would you say it?" I'm like, well, how would you say it? You would say it, and then I'll say my full name. How would you say it in Italy? And then I'll go through and like, whoa, yeah.
I try my best
that's
to say it
different.
as traditionally as I possibly can.
Yeah, I mean, it
I-
sounds
I'm a
different, right?
stickler for
It's-
that.
Yeah.
In English, you try to pronounce the
Mix it out.
vowels. Yeah, Nicola. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mozzarella.
Yeah.
Right? It's
Mhm.
mozzarella. Right? It's very different.
Mozzarella.
Yeah. And again,
Cannoli.
I still never looked into it. I know we talked about it a little bit last time, so I won't go into it again about why they used to cut off words in certain parts.
Oh,
of the US,
I have
but-
to get the article for you. My wife has it.
Yeah, I want to see it.
On the New Jersey, particularly North
Yeah,
Jersey.
the North Jersey,
the
New
North
York
Jersey
Italian. yeah.
accents.
I hate it. Oh my god, when everyone's like, "Oh, you got the Jersey Shore," and how it, like ruined the outlook. I said, "That's not the Jersey Shore. That's folks from Staten Island
Yes.
Yes.
that moved to New Jersey for the
Yes.
TV
Correct.
show."
Yes.
I've never seen anyone in New
Like-
Jersey like that ever.
like,
in Staten Island, I
a-
saw troves
lot-
of
a
people.
lot
My
of,
own
like-
cousins-in-laws, who I love them. When they were younger, they had the helmet hair that was like anime style, slick
Yeah.
back.
Well,
that was
a lot of
That was
lot of
style.
the like mozzarella, ricotta, like you know, a
Those
lot
are
of the
A.
way they pronounce things, like the way I pronounce the Italian is because my mom grew up
North
in
Jersey.
Newark,
Yep.
Newark, New
North
Jersey.
There you
Jersey.
go.
Yeah.
So,
With the
Italian
more slang
community,
version, yeah.
but so this article Kelsey has was written by a linguist who traced the whole roots of why, and it particularly the areas of like Newark, like they name in the article
Mm.
like Newark. What is it? Is it Elizabeth? What's up there?
Linden,
Newark.
Elizabeth,
Linden, like-
Orange.
That area. Why particularly they talk the way they do, and they trace it all throughout the lineages, but it's fascinating because it's like the only area. It's very distinct.
You
It's
know who knows
it's
a lot about
crazy
that?
distinct.
My dad's big on that. Like if you go to the history of words, like he's big on geography and terminology. Again, my dad spoke 5 different languages.
Yeah.
Speaks 5 different languages. So he always had an interest in it. So he'll surprise me sometimes. And I'll be like, "Oh yeah, you know why that's that?" And then I'll be googling at the same time, like, "Man, he's
Or is-
right
is
on
he
all of it."
right?
It's just-
Yeah,
it's just-
yeah. He'll test
it's
it.
just
He's right.
fascinating to me
He's
'cause,
right.
like-
he's good.
Like my
love it.
great grandfather's off the boat from Italy. Like he came from Italy, but somehow
Along the way,
along the
they
way,
got lost there.
the words aren't
Well,
exactly the same.
My dad said it. He goes, the Italian immigrants did a big, I don't want to say a disservice to themselves, but they made it a big point to adjust to the American ways, right?
Yeah,
Learn
yeah.
their language, work
Mhm.
how they work.
Well, I always
do what
said
they
that was an
do.
interesting
Yeah.
thing about my grandparents was, they came from Italy.
Yeah.
My great grandfather came from Italy.
Mm-hmm.
On my grandfather's side, and
Okay.
then on my grandmother's side,
Mhm.
both my mom's parents, right,
Yeah.
also came from Italy. My grandfather spoke Italian and English in the household. My
Mhm.
great grandfather only spoke Italian. He could
Got
not
it.
speak English. My grandmother's household, they were not allowed to speak Italian
That was me.
when they came over. So my grandma Josephine Delaguzzo.
That's my grandmother's name is Josephine.
Josephine Delaguzzo was
Yeah,
my
not
once
Delaguzzo, sorry.
Delaguzzo once she married
You're
my
not related. Sorry.
grandfather. So when she married my grandfather, she took the name
long lost
Delaguzzo.
cousins.
Make a lot of
My
sense.
grandmother did not speak a lick of Italian because she was not allowed to speak it as a young girl. Where my grandfather could speak both English and Italian. So when they got married, my grandfather could talk to his obviously his parents, but my grandmother could not speak to, not really to my great grandmother on that side,
Well, like
which
so,
is fascinating.
So
because
fast forward the
it was
same
forbidden.
exact scenario. My kids don't speak Italian right now, and I'm trying to have them do it
Mm.
like in like Duolingo and other
Yeah.
things like that. But my dad, he'll speak, and he'll try to work with them a little bit, but they don't catch it
If
right
it-
away, and then they'll go back. He'll go right to default to English because he wants to talk to them.
Yeah.
So I
yeah.
get it.
It was just an
It's-
interesting
yeah.
difference in like my grandmother's parents were like, we live in America now, we speak English.
That's
Where
the thing. And if you
where
look at
that was
other
their line.
nationalities-
That's what they said.
yeah.
Where my grandfathers were like, no, we speak
Italian.
Italian in this household.
They
And
were
then
correct.
Then my grandfather obviously had to pick up English because he went to school, and he did go to college. He was like the first college educated guy in the family.
Well, here's the thing.
Nice.
I'm
But
the
that's where
first
he
one-
picked up that English.
I'm the first one in my circle to graduate, I believe, of my family college, and my cousins have all independently are doing well for themselves.
Yeah.
Right, in college, not in college. They found, we have a lot of independent business owner blood in the family. They're doing their thing that way, and very, very successful. Others have graduated as well, and we're all having various levels of success. Family's doing good. But what the interesting is, Steve and Dave, if you go to like the Russian community, the Chinese community, the Korean community, the Filipino community, they kept the core.
Yes.
And that's where your grandfather, even my side of the family at some point says that's where we made a mistake. Is we were too quick to try to conform because we know we're here for the American dream.
Yeah.
We need to conform to the American way because
Yeah.
that's what works.
Well, you don't.
little too
Yeah,
quick.
you don't really see it in other nationalities where they're just like, we live here now. This is what we speak. Done.
No.
But that
yeah,
was
like for example, in Hispanic households,
yeah.
that's
never.
why whenever we get a Hispanic family that comes into the school, 9 times out of 10, the kids end up having to translate for
Yep.
us to the parents.
Yep. Very, very normal. But like I said, that was a common
I've seen
phrase
Yeah.
in my grandmother's generation. Is no, we're not speaking that, which
Yeah.
is weird.
a
I
little
think.
strange.
It happened
But-
to me.
Yeah.
Because when I was going to from preschool to like kindergarten, I struggled a little bit
Yeah.
because everyone at home talked. My grandmother raised me until I was like 2.5. She only spoke Italian, and my grandfather. My mom spoke English, but real like soap operas is all she knew to learn
Yeah,
English
yeah.
and work. So it was easier for them to just default to Italian, as they should. That's their language. But when I couldn't get through school, they were like, stop talking to them. So I learned English, and in similar fashion, I was translating things for them sometimes, or I would say, no, that's not what they're saying. They're saying this. I still do that now.
One-
My dad will still
one of
call
the-
me now
one
and
of
he's
the-
like, read this for me. Make sure I understand
One
it.
of the parents at the school
And
is
that's- I
is
appreciate the
a
support, but, you know.
high school Spanish teacher, and we were having this conversation. She obviously speaks fluent Spanish, but she was having a conversation
so.
with one of the other parents, and they were discussing. But
you know, once in a
she
while.
has Spanish-speaking students that are failing the class. And so the one dad's like, well, how is that even possible?
Yeah.
If they speak Spanish. He goes, well,
They don't.
you have English.
Dialects.
Well, you have think because they teach grammatically. They teach so like I thought it was a pretty good point. She goes, well, you ever meet a kid that fails an English class and they speak English?
no, I'll be honest.
And
I
you're
got a
like-
C
like,
plus.
there you go.
My only C plus in college was actually in Italian.
Yeah.
Because
Crazy.
if you go to northern Italy, which is what they teach in the school books,
Oh.
it is almost a completely different language in Southern Italian. Like I've been on a plane and I was sitting behind someone with my father, and I said, "What are they? What is that?" And he goes, "That's Italian." I'm like, what? Like I don't know what they're saying. He's like, "Yeah, it's Northern Italian. It's by the book
Yeah.
Italian. Like you'll find it in
Well,
Switzerland,
that's the
Northern
thing.
Italy,
Like if you think,
Milan. Like,
but
it's
if you
different.
think, if you
we
think about
speak
English,
like a slang.
but if you think about English,
you're
right?
not
If you
wrong.
think about English, how many people actually speak grammatically
Oh, yeah.
correct?
Especially nowadays.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Grammar. What's that?
Yeah.
Whatever I wanted to.
So,
No.
like, you might be able to communicate in
I have to
English,
put a comma
but do
there?
you know all the grammatical
Probably.
rules of English? Or you know what I mean? Like, and that's the same thing that you were saying with when it comes to like Spanish. Yeah, they know how to talk to each other, but
Yep.
do they know all the nuance grammatically
No.
correct? It's a different thing.
Not at all.
And with emojis, it's only going to get worse.
It's hieroglyphics again. It's hieroglyphics. We're going backwards.
Commas go between each letter, right?
Yeah.
So, in Croc news,
Let's say it's
Oh yeah, tell me.
Very,
Yeah.
very hard segue.
Yeah. Heavy right turn, 90 degrees. Go.
in
Croc
Croc,
news, what's new?
news, did you guys see the new Pringles Crocs?
No,
I've not yet.
Oh man.
Don't make me.
Oh man.
you can't stop. You have to pop it once you stop it, or whatever.
No, there's different- there's
what is
different-
the Pringles.
I don't.
Once you
remember.
pop, the
Once
fun
you pop,
don't
you can't
stop.
That's what it is. Thank you, Steve. Come on, man.
I don't know.
Mel, Papa Pringles. No.
That's
anybody
an
remembers that
older. That's a
commercial?
newer one, even though it's still old.
The only Pringles commercial
My
I remember
kids
is the
love
one where the guy's
Pringles.
hand gets stuck in the tube.
So
Yes.
they have
Oh,
like the
that actually
regular like clog Crocs, but the sport strap is the mustache for the Pringles man.
we would like to see
Nice.
pictures, please.
It's pretty cool. It's
I don't
pretty
know.
it's pretty cool. I mean,
Most, please.
I
and thank you.
mean,
We would
see
like
if
to
I
see
can
some
pull up,
pictures.
but they
So-
also came out
and
with a
future me, I'm sorry for doing this to you, but you're going to put a picture of him up
They
right
also
now.
came out
3,
with a boot.
2, 1.
Okay, so naturally, it's the first thing on there.
Oh, go back. You were right there.
So, see the mustache of the Pringles?
Oh, and the color of the different box. We come back.
Oh, that's so cool.
Is that a chip on it? Oh, yes. There's the chip on one of them.
Yeah, but they also
Has a
have.
gibbet?
Love the mustache.
Hang
yeah,
on now.
I think
And then
so.
the has Mr. Pringles as a gibbet.
But they
too.
have a boot that I saw. I don't know if I can
Pringles
find the
boot?
a Pringles
Oh,
boot.
there's the individual.
There's the
Yes.
individual things.
Yeah, so it's cool. They have the mustache, the full face, a chip with the logo on it, and then like a little version of the bottle, I guess.
I don't see the Pringles
as
boot here.
gibbets that
Wanna
would
Google
go
it?
There's
on
the
the
Pringles
shoe. And the shoes have like a glossy
Try
finish
Googling
to
it.
them. You
No,
seen
I
that?
think it's on the Instagram of
Is
Crocs.
that what it is?
So did you see that, like your black shoes, the ones that
Yeah.
look like they're like alligator studded,
Mm.
has that glossy finish?
It
They
does,
have that
yes.
glossy finish
Okay,
on them.
here's the Pringles boot.
That's cool.
Ready? It actually has a small container to
To
put.
hold. Dude, wait, what's
There's the chip
extra
ridge on the back.
container? Okay, what's
And
the
then-
extra container for in the back?
I
The
don't
extra-
know, but you can put a little can of Pringles on the side there.
I'm not going to put the video up on, but if you guys, so just to try to drive people to Crocs
Wait, go
Instagram,
back, though.
everybody go to
The
Crocs
holes are
Instagram
plugged in,
page,
huh?
and then
You
you're
can't
going to
put
see a
gibbets on it.
video with the Crocs boot. It's a really cool
The
looking
Pringles boot.
thing. It's
man.
very cool looking. It literally has like side pouches for a can of
Let's
Pringles.
see.
So go check out that video on Crocs Instagram. We
Chris
can even share this on
Spoiler
our story.
Holds little treats. That's that little back
Oh,
pocket. That's what
okay.
it says.
You can't advertise.
Can
it.
we
It's
share?
extra
Don't
Pringles.
share this. I'll share this to our Instagram story on Sunday when the podcast drops, just
Yeah.
so people can see what we're
And you
talking
can even,
about.
just, like you said, put a link in the description.
Yeah,
yeah.
But it's
Folks,
tempting. I mean, I'm not. I mean, I
so
like
cool.
Pringles.
It's
I don't think I need a Pringles boot,
So
but
it's interesting because the boot is like a pretty bland color, but then it has like almost like the top, which is red, like almost like high top.
and it has little
socks.
potato
Yeah.
chip ridges in the back,
potato chip ridges in the back,
and
but
a
no
place,
gibbet holes.
But a place for the can of Pringles for a
That's
small can of
cool.
Pringles.
That is
Yeah,
cool.
instead of the gibbet holes, has a whole bunch of other accessories.
which
I
is
know.
I
That
saw
was
it and I
neat.
was like, I like Pringles. I wouldn't say I'm an avid.
I don't think I would
fan
wear
of
something like
Pringles,
that.
Did the Naruto?
But the mustache one kills
Did
me.
the Naruto Crocs have a spot for Shuriken?
I think it just had a gibbet shuriken.
Oh,
No.
speaking of which, I
It did have a
cannot,
patch.
bad.
The Kakashi ones had a
I
patch.
cannot
yeah.
believe that they have made Naruto Crocs, Demonslayer Crocs,
Mhm.
a whole bunch of other anime
Jujutsu
Crocs,
Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen Crocs,
Hero
and
Academy.
they still have not made Dragon Ball Z Crocs.
It's got
I
to be a
wonder if
contract.
What
It's
is
gotta
going
be a
on
licensing
here?
thing.
The licensing might be outrageous for it because
Oh,
of Dragon Ball Z's
That's so
popularity.
bad because look at all these other animes are getting Crocs and they've been widely successful.
Well, I'd be
Dragon
curious.
Ball Z is like the first anime you think of when you say anime.
Yeah, but I'd be curious if it's the same studio.
Come on, man.
You
Let me
might be
think.
right. Yeah.
Demon
What,
Slayer. No. Studio that actually makes the.
Oh,
Oh wait,
Anime.
does One Piece have a Croc?
No.
There you go. There's another. big
no,
one.
but then again, as far as the anime goes, One Piece I know is
You know what also
a
has no
little bit more.
Crocs?
It's a little bit more complicated to do
Steve.
Yeah, but One Piece
No
is the most,
WWE Crocs.
One Piece
Well,
is the second most
surprised at
popular
that,
anime.
but-
So it just got surpassed, which it's been
that. That'll
surpassed.
probably be something.
It's been surpassed back and forth a couple
Okay.
times.
as
like-
far as most popular anime goes.
Yeah. So
I'm not surprised that it would have taken the spot back, especially with the live
it
action.
did not
coming
take the spot. It had the spot for a little bit, but now Jujutsu Kaisen just took the spot.
out.
saw
Jujutsu Kaisen's good. I think it's a little overrated myself, but
I'm watching.
each their
I don't
own.
know why I'm back on the kick of Big Hero Academy.
My Hero Academia.
My Hero Academia. No, My Hero Academy.
He mixed up
It's
Big
actually-
Hero 6
My,
with
My
Academia.
Hero Academia.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Big
My
Hero
Hero
6.
But
Academia.
we don't know
My
Hero
Academia.
Academia.
Yeah, I'm back into that show.
It's a good show.
I didn't watch the movie yet. Apparently, there's a
It's
movie.
it's a good show. One Piece is by far my favorite right now.
I can't watch it.
It's by far my favorite.
Knowing that there's no chance of me getting to the end, I can't watch it.
No,
There's a
you will
chance
get
of
to
you
the
getting
end.
to the
I
end.
will
You
just
will.
gotta
never
start.
get to 1,000.
Yeah, you will.
No,
You'd surprise you because it's so good.
can't do it.
It just
Well,
sucks you in.
I'm good with the live action.
I like that
I'm
Max
enjoying the live
Holloway-
action quite a bit.
Max Holloway came out with Luffy Gear 5.
Yeah.
And I was like, nice.
Now, who had the new tattoo? Wasn't there a new anime
That was-
tattoo
Well,
on his chest?
that was
somewhere?
Max Holloway. He had the QB. He had Kurama.
Oh yes.
He had
yes,
Ninetales
from
on his-
Ninetales.
on
That's
his,
what you were saying.
Right,
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Naruto. Yeah,
He
yeah,
had
yeah.
Nine Tails on his arm, and he came out with Gear 5 Luffy.
Am I
Hey, it
saying it
worked.
right?
Nice.
Naruto? Is that
Yes,
right?
It's
Yeah,
it's-
that's
it doesn't
correct.
matter.
It does.
I mean, there'll
Naruto.
be kids that yell at you, but who cares?
It's Naruto that's wrong, right?
Yes, correct.
Naruto
I've
is what's
been
wrong.
calling it Naruto since it came out.
He's been wrong forever. It's fine.
Doesn't
it's
matter.
okay to admit that it doesn't matter because you're wrong, but it's Naruto.
It really doesn't matter.
It's 100%.
Oh, okay. I just
Not
wanted because I
matter,
know
but
that
you are
we made a
wrong.
big
I'm
thing
right.
out of it at one podcast episode.
Yeah, Luca and I
I
joke
couldn't
about it
remember
all
which
the
one we said was
Luca
correct.
will call it Naruto just to aggravate me from the back seat because he knows it drives me crazy. It's Naruto.
It is Naruto?
No.
It's technically Naruto, but it's Naruto.
As long as you admit
Okay,
it.
you're not helping me here.
So
Because we made a big
Naruto.
thing about this one podcast
every
episode.
person that watched it when it was coming out in America,
Mispronounced
when you
it.
couldn't watch it, when you had to you had to BitTorrent it because that's how old it was, said Naruto, and then because
Then the show actually
just,
came out.
It was just
and it's
English,
Naruto.
and then somewhere along the way, people got obsessed with like it has to be pronounced exactly how they do it in Japanese.
Oh no, I don't care if you pronounce it wrong,
So
but
that's
it's
That's
wrong.
why they pronounce it exactly as they do in
I was
Japanese.
going to say, how do they say his name in the show? In the English,
Naruto.
but in the English dub,
I've never watched an English dub.
I have Naruto.
they say Naruto?
Yeah,
I
they
don't-
won't roll the R in the English one,
I don't.
but they'll say
don't
they
watch
won't
dub.
say
Naruto.
Naruto. Like they won't
Naruto.
focus on the U.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Yeah, I don't watch the English
Interesting.
dubs.
yeah, I mean, I don't care how you say it. It's just one way is the correct way, one say the wrong way. It doesn't matter. You can say it any way you want. Again, grammar doesn't matter anymore. We're in a world where it no longer
Correct.
matters, so it's fine. But it is
Oh, yeah.
Naruto. So,
Well, it doesn't matter to me either way. I mean, I just want to make sure I didn't insult either
So
of you guys. That you
before
guys
we-
watch it.
I wouldn't get insulted.
We just made,
You know the audience,
we
right?
made a big deal out of it. The one podcast
Because
episode.
we're having fun with it, but I really don't. I wouldn't get
Yeah,
insulted
I
over the
care
name.
less.
What any good movies coming out, guys, that folks should know
Movies.
about?
Well, as far as me personally, me and my family are going to be going to see the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
I heard that's good.
Not
yeah,
a movie
yeah.
for kids, but
Okay.
I just when I saw in the trailer Henry Cavill acting like a psychological maniac after his very prim and proper role of Superman and dark and broody Superman, I was like, okay, this is what I got to see.
I like him in non-Superman movies. He was in the movie with Tom Cruise, one of
That's
the
right,
and
Mission
he
Impossible
did a
Fallout.
Great job. In
He
that
was great in
movie.
that, but he wasn't acting the way that he is in this movie.
And The
in
Witcher.
this movie, he is psychotic. Oh, The Witcher. Oh my God,
I feel like
dude.
he can't catch a break
Oh.
though. The poor guy. Like any
I
role he
know,
loves,
I
they
know,
take from
they
him.
take from him. I know. Maybe this
I
won't
still
be it.
haven't watched the most recent season of Witcher because knowing that it's his last season.
It doesn't matter. It's so good.
I know,
Watch
but
it.
I'm
You've
just
got
like
to.
I
It's
don't
worth it.
want it to be over. If I don't
I
watch it, then
know.
it won't be over.
It was a disappointment knowing that it wasn't going to continue because it was such a good short.
Well,
good
we're
series
watching. We're
God.
watching.
Oh no, they're gonna continue it.
We're watching.
without him.
Yeah,
Garrett's just not
without
gonna
him.
be
We're
in it.
watching the brother
Series
son.
taking over as they.
I am
Frisco character.
always
The brother
confused
son.
on
Yes,
Netflix.
the Netflix
It's so
original. Oh my God,
Good. It
it's
is
so
but
good.
it's always shocking to me when Netflix cancels things that you're like, it's so good. How is this canceled?
Manifest. I know.
Manifest.
Actually, Manifest. They
Manifest
did come
had an
back
ending.
and close it out.
So
Yes, they
Manifest
did.
came back and
Manifest had
finished.
an
They
ending.
did. But originally they weren't. They canceled it twice.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't. Well, not Netflix. It was on regular TV. Netflix saved it.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah, it was one of the. It was like
sometimes
Lucifer. Like
Netflix-
Lucifer was premiering, and then it got canceled, and then Netflix was like, no. We picked
Sometimes
this up.
I didn't
Netflix-
finish
Finished
that
it.
either. I want to watch.
Lucifer.
Lucifer was okay.
Lucifer. Yeah, I
Um,
haven't seen the final
It was a little
season.
too long for me.
Netflix sometimes saves things, but then sometimes they cancel things where you're like,
This was
so
good. What are you
Like, The
doing?
Brother Son was good. We
We
got
still
one
haven't
episode
finished it yet.
left.
We have one
got one
episode
episode left, but it was
When
good.
I had heard that it was canceled, I was like, okay, I need to Google and see if they
we
finish
didn't want to end on a
the story.
cliffhanger. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to see if they finish that story, and like I don't care if I see any spoilers, which I didn't see any spoilers, thank goodness. But they said online that yes, season 1, the storyline for season 1 does get wrapped up, and it had been left open to continue on into other seasons. Obviously, that's not happening now, but at least they are tying up this.
Which is
plot.
disappointing because it was a really good show.
Oh,
Solid.
The guys from Marshall
solid.
Club are in it.
Yeah.
Did we even know that was going to be happening?
No, but as soon as I saw him walk in, because I recognized,
He went, oh, the Marshall Club.
I was like, oh, the Marshall Club, because Andy and Brian Lee or Lay. I never know how to pronounce their last name. It's L-E.
now was it all
it's
3
like-
of those guys that were in Marshall Club, or was it
Like,
just the
Lee
two?
would be Li.
I don't. The Marshall Club has more members than just the two of them, but they're like the most iconic members. So maybe,
I
but
think that third guy.
but they're
is.
brothers. Andy and
I
Brian.
want to
are,
say that I saw that
he
other
might
guy.
be. He might.
in one
Be,
of
but
the other
Andy and
videos.
Brian are Everything Everywhere All at Once,
Paper Tigers.
Paper Tigers.
Oh yeah, they've
he
been in
was
a bunch
Death
of stuff that
Dealer
he's watched.
in
Yeah.
Marvel.
Yep.
Yep. If you guys
Um,
have seen Shang-Chi,
So he comes
Death
walking
Dealer.
in like
He's funny.
episode 7, and I'm like, Marshall Club guys. It's like, oh yeah, and I mean, they're very identifiable. Like you see them right
oh
away.
man, and
gotta
they're
watch it.
actually very like in Shang-Chi. Obviously, Death Dealer didn't get any spoken lines.
Yeah.
But the fighting was incredible. In this one, the brother's son, they actually had some speaking lines.
Yeah, they got to talk.
Some good actors.
I feel like
That
Shang-Chi
that
is
speaking
still,
line in
He did.
And Paper Tigers.
And
They talked.
Chi, didn't he? Yeah, he did.
Not
A
really.
little bit.
But in
No?
Paper Tigers, they talked.
Not really, no.
Avatar: Last Airbender live action. Have you guys watched it yet?
No.
I watched the first episode and that's it. I have to. I have to.
I've barely watched much more than that.
Really? You're the Avatar guy.
I'm trying to watch it together with the family because my whole family has Avatar.
We're
Well,
trying to
that's-
do
And
that
us
too.
trying to
It's
sit down
forever.
together
Well,
at the
that's-
same time is like it's ships
That's
passing in the
that's
night.
where Kelsey and I
know,
are
it's
struggling.
so annoying.
Since the kid's not sleeping, we watch like certain shows we watch
You got
together.
Physical 100
So
season
we
2, you
have
said.
Physical 100 season 2, which we've watched an episode and a half. We're 2 episodes in. No, we're 2 episodes in. We just started the third, but we ripped through like when season 1 first came out. We
Mhm.
beasted that thing. So now we're just
Was Little Man born yet?
No,
no,
No, that's why.
no.
that's why.
It's
Uh,
very different.
We
when
are
it's-
watching
he's
Farmer
there.
Wants a Wife too. Like
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you said you like that show.
I love that show. I do.
Farmer Wants a Wife.
Farmer Wants a Wife.
it's the farmer bachelor.
Man.
Well,
do they give him
it
a
started-
rose or do they give him
so
like a donkey or their
season
favorite
1
pig?
So it started.
This
Here is
bitch,
this
my
chicken.
favorite pig.
Well, it started as a joke 2 years ago. So 2 years ago there was like
startles
a
She's in
commercial.
Stilettos and big lips. You're giving her a chicken.
So 2 years ago there was a commercial for season 1, right? It had to be around the Super Bowl, and I had said to Kelsey, I was like, "We're gonna watch that," and she's like, "No," and I'm like, "Oh no, we're definitely gonna watch that." And she's like, "That's not gonna happen because her sister runs a farm," and I'm like, "Dude, this is
That'd
right
be
up her
perfect.
alley."
Yeah.
And she only watches like mindless stuff, like American things that don't have plots, right? American Ninja Warrior, Physical
you
100.
can jump in and out of it anytime you want.
She doesn't
yeah.
like things that like. It's very difficult to watch a seasoned show with her
Mhm.
like written. And we made it through most of Stranger Things before it became impossible to get her to sit down and watch.
It's so
um,
good.
So anyway, I DVR'd the first episode of the first season without telling her, and then I was like, we sat down to have dinner, and I clicked it on, and she's like, "You're kidding." I was like, "We're gonna watch it," and we watched it, and then naturally, like
She's hooked.
like, she gets sucked in. You know, that's what happens with these shows. They're designed that way. So we watched all of season 1, and then when I was like, saw there's season 2, I DVR'd it, and she's
What
like,
was like the first date? Cow tipping?
"No, the joke of it is like,
Billy, let's go cow tipping.
you know, it's not gonna work out. Like,
Get
so,
your knees into it, boy.
Yeah, because
So we
all the women
Googled-
are not farm people, right?
So when we
No,
started
none of them.
season
Yeah.
2, which is the one that's currently going on, we Googled. Kelsey actually Googled if any of the relationships from season 1 worked out.
No.
Not a one.
Not a
Not a one.
It
stayed
never
together.
does with any of them.
Well, the problem is they're all like mostly people that don't work or live on farms,
exactly.
and then they're expected to uproot their life and come work on this farm for the rest of their life, and that's just not. But like,
No.
we're screaming right now because there's one girl on the one farm. We're like, why doesn't he just send everybody home? In episode 1, we're like, send everybody home. That's the girl. What are you doing? Like, she's a construction worker from New Jersey.
Sold.
There
No
you go.
real family, but she operates like her dad owns a construction company. She operates heavy machinery.
Okay.
She's a hunter.
Tell me he got rid of her.
No, she's still on, but like it's not like doesn't seem like it's first. She's a hunter. She goes deer hunting. She skins her own deer, preps the
Wow.
meat. She's outdoorsy. Shoots
But
a bow
are
and
they
arrow.
vibing though? Are they
Yeah,
connecting?
they are. But then there's the other girls that are like
Throw everything at
that
him.
are like also pretty, but they're like, oh, I'm a fashion designer in
See,
New
that's
York.
the
And
thing
you're
is,
like,
what is the guy
"That's
in
not
this
gonna
for? You
happen."
know?
like
yeah.
that's not gonna happen.
But he's
This
like,
girl can literally run
"Hey."
the machinery on the farm.
But you know why he's keeping him around, right? Because he's like, yeah.
Well,
Good
and it's for the
TV.
show, right? You
not
know,
only
they gotta
that,
stretch
not,
it out for
not,
the whole season.
Not only that, he's like, before I commit, they're paying for it.
It's just
Let's
yeah.
all
Nice
hug.
to have options.
Let's
So
all
we
hug.
watch
Nice to have
Farmer Wants a Wife and
options.
watch Physical 100 season 2,
That's too funny.
which is funny.
Would you? Here you go. Would you let your son on one of those shows?
Ha, ha.
Like he's not the Bachelor. He's one of the.
the guy's the
Contestants?
guy vying for the
Yes.
girl.
I mean, as long as he knows what he's getting himself into and he's getting them payola.
Yeah, as long as he don't forget his father.
Isn't it funny, right? Like Isabella, not a chance. Like I wouldn't. I'm like no.
But
No,
Luca.
Get him,
Dude.
son. Make sure you
Bring
win.
Daddy home a cut.
yeah,
Yeah.
Get some numbers. Isn't it weird? Like it's weird that it'd be different, but
No, it is different, I think.
there are
It is
double
different, I
standards.
think.
I guess they're
There
there.
are differences in life.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like a guy can get out of that without much trouble. I
Yes.
don't think a girl can as easily. Like you
No.
see those girls on there, and you're like, why? Why are you doing this to yourself?
'Cause
There's
they
no
all
way you
end
don't
up
have other
feuding with each
options.
other.
Get out of there. But
It
it's
is-
because
it
of
is-
money.
End up
It's the
hating
money.
each
It's
other.
It
fine.
is always
Which is fine.
It is always confusing though when you
Get the
see
money.
these girls.
Go for it.
Every one of them is like very attractive,
Mhm.
and you're like, they can't meet somebody in their area. They have to go on TV across the country to find, like,
No, they can't meet anyone within the realm that they feel that person needs to be, right?
Right.
Which is they need to be making, 300 and above, and they have to
Yeah.
be riding this car and providing. That's
Yeah.
why they're on the show.
yeah, it's
You know?
it
They're
is
not
fun
on
to
the
watch.
show
though.
to meet the guy they can see at the
It is-
local Barnes
I have
and
to
Nobles.
say, sometimes the mindless stuff is fun to watch.
It is. Oh,
you
man,
don't-
yeah.
I mean, you don't have to get that invested in it. You don't
It's
have
true.
to like.
Nicole and I will literally play a game. I forgot the name of the game, but it's basically like fruit Tetris. But the fruit the fruit drops into like a container, and you have to try to arrange it in certain ways. We play that game.
Candy Crush.
It's not Candy Crush. Nope.
Sounds
Um,
similar to it though.
Nope. No, because it doesn't stack the way it would. It's weird. I'll show it to you later.
Okay.
But anyway, the point is, again, mindless. Sometimes
Yeah.
you just need something like before the kids go to bed. I can't have them playing a game of any kind that they have to be too heavily engaged
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Like, what is it that involves almost no effort and allow your mind and your body to unwind, read a book, do something that's just going to take you back. It's a good thing to have. So those are two good movies that you guys are watching. I am trying with the kids in the morning to, when they go to the bus stop, I drive them for a little bit longer before it gets too warm. They're going to just walk. And we were watching Naruto. Now we're trying to watch live action Avatar, catch into it,
Mhm.
and see if we can get through it a little bit. Because Nicole's like, yeah, I'll watch it. She has no interest. None. Zero. So we're
Yeah,
watching
it's
it.
like I said, it's very difficult to get my wife to watch anything. So it's like we start things. So I still have the last season of Stranger Things to watch because she abandoned me on that.
Oh, I will watch it. It's
I have
cool.
the
I've already
last
watched it,
season
but-
of The Orville to watch because she abandoned me on that.
Oh, guess what show her friends at work recommended to her? Which shows they have no idea what show she watches. The Boys.
Oh God.
And she's like, yeah, so-and-so told me to watch The Boys. I was like, no,
No.
you won't even get past the
No.
first episode. I tried to have her watch Game of Thrones with me, literally the first episode of the season 1. And she's like, oh, I'm not watching any of this.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
all right, then.
Okay.
You're definitely not watching The Boys then.
No way.
Yeah, not a kid's show.
If that was the reason why she didn't want to watch Game of Thrones, then yeah, The Boys is worse.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Yeah.
It was. I liked the Game of Thrones.
I liked Game of
it a
Thrones,
lot.
too.
You know, I did not like Sopranos, but I did like Game of
Oh,
Thrones.
Interesting.
yeah,
That is a hot take.
yeah,
I
that's
didn't like it.
a lot
I
of
didn't
people
like
love
it.
that show.
Yeah.
I only liked the season where they brought the cousin from Italy. When he was there, then once he got killed, I was
I
like,
didn't watch The Sopranos, so
Me neither.
Yeah, it's a rough.
you
one.
know what's tough is like Andrew gets into all the shows. Andrew, Master Paul, they get into like the same shows, like
yeah.
not whatever the what's the 1980 or 1970 whatever.
Oh, all the Yellowstone
all the
spin-offs?
Yellowstone ones and all
Yeah.
that.
They have
and,
like
like,
2 different Yellowstone spin-offs.
I enjoy shows like that. Like I like Breaking Bad, and I enjoyed those shows. But I also, because I'm such an anime junkie, like I watch a lot of anime, and I get sucked into that. And
I couldn't get into Breaking Bad. I tried to watch it.
Breaking Bad's a very slow burn.
Yeah,
You have to
get out of that first season.
Yeah.
that
But
was
I
a
mean,
tough
by
one.
the time you get to like season 3, you're like, wow, how did we get here? This is a crazy
Really?
ride. It's a crazy ride.
Yeah,
Breaking Bad is very good, but
I guess I have to get past season 1. Season 1 is so rough.
it's a slow burn. It's definitely a slow
Yeah.
burn. But I guess because I like anime to me is the best storytelling.
Yep.
So I just get sucked into that.
Nicole's all about comedy, so now we're like hooked on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah, good show.
Oh
good
yeah,
show.
we are. My favorite, her and I, our favorite parts when we watch where the characters can't hold character.
Yeah.
Like they're trying not to laugh at each other. You're like, that's not a laughing moment.
Curb is
But
funny.
She's cracking up. His wife, he gets her all the time. His
There's-
wife.
there's-
oh,
I haven't seen a good comedy in a while, but
comedy show.
yeah, like new, like
Yeah, she watched that
No.
one. I don't know. There's a new one with Kevin Hart. I can't. I like Kevin Hart, but I'm having a hard time with his more recent movies. I feel like they're exactly the same
Yeah.
movie, and they're all about like acting goofy as a super rich person. And I'm like, hey,
I
I'm all right.
yeah,
Next.
I don't know. I just Seinfeld was always my jam. I love The Office for the first 4 or 5 seasons.
You know what I watched on the flight? Because you're right. The first 4 or 5 seasons are good
Yes.
of The Office. They're really good. So once Steve was out, it was tough.
Yeah, it gets rough.
Big Bang Theory. Oh,
Hit it-
stop it! I
it's-
like it. I
hit or
like it.
miss for me.
I like it.
Hit or
Steve, have
miss
you
for
seen
me.
that Big Bang? You never watched Big Bang Theory?
It's funnier than
like it.
people give it credit for, but
Yeah, I think so.
you know, I was a big Friends fan.
Friends is
Seinfeld's
good.
still my favorite. Parks and Rec. You got to get past the first season.
Ron is my hero.
Ron is amazing.
No lie, I watch skits of just Ron.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's hilarious, hands down. When he's making them with the
When he-
meat at the
when he-
picnic.
When he breaks down the taxes with the little girl, with their sandwich. and
Oh
their
yes.
lunch. Oh my God.
My favorite is like, I have a joke for you. The government properly spends your money, and then he does that laugh, and just laughs at himself.
It is. The first season's
I
rough.
can't with this guy.
The
He's
first
too good.
season's rough, and then they kind of recast a little bit and
Yep.
move some characters around, and then from that point on, amazing.
Oh yeah,
And like I'll
love
argue
it.
with anybody, it's better than The Office. Like
For what it is, episode to episode, yes. I
mean,
agree
the
with
cast. You had
But The
Aziz
Office was great.
Ansari. You had Chris Pratt.
you. Yeah, Chris Pratt was so funny.
Chris Pratt
Chubby
was
Chris
amazing in
Pratt. Chubby
it.
Chris
Well,
Pratt was
'cause,
hilarious.
You know, he's Chris Pratt.
Chubby Chris Pratt.
You know what's funny? He was a model before that.
Yeah.
Then he had gained the weight. I don't even know if it was for the show or he just gained the weight. And
And
then
what's
when it
the
was time
Aubrey
to get back
Plaza?
on movies again, he lost it again.
Yeah, Chris Pratt, Aubrey Plaza. You have the guy that
That's
plays
his-
Ron.
Uh,
Aubrey's his
his girlfriend.
girl
Yeah.
in the show.
Um,
You had what's her face, who was in The Office.
From Saturday Night Live, you mean the main girl?
No,
You already
yeah,
said her name.
her, but she wasn't in The Office. I'm talking about the one that plays Jim's girlfriend in season 3.
Yep. Yeah. You're
Rashida
right. She was in
Jones?
that.
Rashida
Yes.
Jones, that's her name.
okay.
The
Even
cast is amazing.
even what's his name who came in later episodes?
Robert.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know who we're talking about.
Yeah.
He's real funny.
Oh my
Prim and
God.
proper. When they have the hamburger off
Yeah.
and he makes his super great vegan burger, and then Ron comes in and makes a regular
regular
burger on a
hamburger.
bun. And here's ketchup if you want it or not. I don't care. And then they literally take it. So the other guy dresses up, Steve, this amazing like vegan burger, and he's telling you about all these special sauce he puts on, and they eat it. Like, oh, it's really
Yeah.
good. Then he gives them. Then Ron comes in and gives them this plain burger
Just
on
a
a
regular
empty bun,
hamburger.
and they all just take a bite of it. Like,
Oh, that's better.
oh, that's way better.
This is way better.
Yeah.
And he's like, how is that possible? He goes, but I haven't had beef in so many years. And he takes a bite. He goes, oh, this is better. And the whole reason for it is because they were going to take regular burgers out of the cafeteria,
Yeah,
replace it with
yeah.
this like vegan thing. He goes, we're not doing it. We're keeping regular burgers.
See, I like when we talk
I
about a
love it.
show where Steve checks into my wrestling mode.
Oh, you mean like he's not paying attention? He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
oh,
Well,
what the
no,
next
you
one?"
He's
get
like, I don't
way
know who
active in the
these
re-
characters
You
are.
get way active in the wrestling thing though, too. Though, even though you don't know what's going on at the moment, you
fakes it
still, yeah,
semi
he
better.
fakes it. He jumps.
You
in
know
and
what
fakes it.
though? You can see though. Sometime when you get too fake into it, Steve gets bothered that you're interrupting the real wrestling conversation.
Yeah.
Which is why we're gonna have to have our own conversation
Yeah,
sometimes.
that's fine.
Special wrestling conversation episodes for those of you that are into wrestling.
I can hear Nick's
But-
voice getting all.
You heard that, right? It just
yeah,
popped.
he's
It
getting
just
all
popped.
like.
No, we're
nasally.
better. We're better.
We're better. We're very better.
Well, I
Yeah,
think we
just
talked
these
about a
ones.
lot of great stuff today. I know
We
we have a
did.
long day
I
tomorrow,
think it is time.
or actually a long day yesterday.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's true. We had a
kind
very
We had a
long
great day
yesterday.
of testing.
Yes.
Very
yesterday.
long day yesterday, but now it is time.
To say goodbye.
To all our company. Yeah. It's on you. I don't want copyright.
Kick this
infringement.
crock in the comfort mode.
Don't the copyright is.
Yeah.
If you have not already, please make sure
Oh,
that you
yeah,
follow
get
us on
subscribed.
Instagram and on TikTok at Kickin and Crocs, KICKIN.Crocs.
CROCS.
The best.
We really went very quietly on that one. I don't know if the microphone picked that up.
The best.
Oh, never mind. Okay, there it is. And subscribe to us on YouTube to watch the video versions of this podcast. Comment below if you have any opinions on the things that we talked about today. Bit of a wide range today. That's okay, though. I'm sure you guys
Seems to
enjoyed it
happen
still.
down here.
Yeah, that's just what happens nowadays.
And 5-star reviews, subscribe, share with your friends, and tell us some content you'd like us to talk about, maybe something you'd like us to review.
Mhm.
We would love to start putting some things that are custom to your requests. out there. So
participation,
please let us know what you'd like us to talk about next.
Audience
Appreciate you guys.
participation, please.
And you stay kicking, people.
No.
And you stay kicking, people.
Okay,
I've
I'm
been-
just gonna do it myself. Yeah,
Go
I've
do
been
it.
Steve.
And you stay kicking, Steve.
Okay,
He's
now-
been
now
Dave.
He's stuck in the loop. He's like a
And
rewind up toy.
You stay kicking, Nick.
He gets stuck.
And I'm still Nick.
You stay kicking, Dave.
Later, everybody.
You stay kicking internet.
Woohoo!